Let's start by discussing these famous indicators that we need to turn green, and which we're going to set out in an essential tool I call the distributor Qualitometer. If you're a salesperson in charge of managing distributors, as you know, you're faced with a number of difficulties. The first is choosing your distributors. You'll need to define selection criteria, and the better your distributors match these criteria, the easier it will be for you to develop your sales. With each distributor you recruit, you'll need to negotiate a number of efforts that will have a positive impact on your sales success in their region. You need to think about the list of efforts you expect from your distributors to guarantee success. We'll talk about it, we'll list them, and we'll make sure these criteria are included in the tracking chart you'll need. We'll build it together. It will be the cornerstone of your distributor management. Here's a real-life example of a qualitometer I have set up for a biotech company in Eastern Europe. For reasons of confidentiality, the names of their distributors are obviously hidden, but you can see on the screen their real selection criteria and their real commitment criteria. You'll immediately notice that color codes have been applied to scores from 1 to 3. You can immediately see the strengths and weaknesses of each distributor's selection and KSF compliance criteria. And this enables the company's salespeople to set the right targets for future visits to the distributor. On the left-hand side you can list the names of all your distributors. In this blue section, you can list the distinguishing criteria of a good distributor. For each of your distributors, I suggest you use a simple rating system, such as a numerical scale from 1 to 3, with 3 being the best. And, of course, you can add up the selection scores for each of your distributors or display a percentage score. Similarly, in the green section, you need to identify criteria that correspond to the key success factors for the sales performance you expect from your distributors. Here are a few examples. Holding a local stock of your products, training their sales staff about your products, committing to sales targets, assigning salespeople to sell only your products, promoting your products in different ways, etc. You need to think carefully about the factors that influence the performance of your business. As before, each distributor will be given a score from 1 to 3 on their compliance with each of your company's business key success factors. In the right-hand column of these criteria, you'll get a total that accurately measures your distributor's level of compliance. You'll immediately see which ones are really committed, and which ones you need to ask more of. It will then be easy to set the next objective for your interactions with each of your distributors, gaining points on failing criteria to increase the distributor's commitment and chances of success. At the bottom of the table, you'll see averages for each column. In this real-life case, you can see that this company is having trouble finding distributors who meet certain selection criteria it has set itself. This can be a real problem for the company's sales development. They may have to remedy this situation in the future by replacing some of their distributors. And you can also see that this company's salespeople are having trouble committing their distributor to comply with some of the business key success factors that you recommend and expect from them. They'll have to learn how to get commitment from their distributors on these KSF. Clearly, they don't yet know how. When a company's management team plans to train their own sales force, it should be a #1 priority to choose tailor-made training courses on the how to convince distributors to comply with these business key success factors. Remember, I advised you to give scores of 1 to 3 on each of the criteria you defined. It's important that each of your sales reps uses the same grading scale, and to do this it's important to define what each grade will correspond to. Do this for distributor selection criteria. And do this also for the compliance criteria. I advise you not to impose your ideas on your sales reps, either in defining the criteria or in constructing the grading scale. Let them contribute to the work. It's a win-win situation, because it's important that the criteria and rating scale are understood and accepted by everyone. This can be done at a sales meeting, or at a specific workshop such as the ones I run. In my experience, it can take anywhere from a few hours to a full day to reach a consensus. Once your qualitometer is ready, and your scales defined, make sure that all the salespeople in your company update this table correctly and regularly. It will be the main dashboard for your distributor management. I recommend that every salesperson in your company update this table every month, to enable a meaningful discussion with management about the priority objectives to be set for the month ahead. Today, the ideal solution is to share this table in the form of an online spreadsheet reserved for your company's sales force. This facilitates updating and teamwork.